So Trump had a bombshell victory, and I got the electoral map wrong, guys. I have to admit, and I want to show you my predictions versus what actually happened. Obviously, they haven't called all of the swing states yet, but it's very clear what's going to happen. In fact, I'm very surprised they haven't called all of them. Fox News has called most of them at this point. Here's the map that I put up. You can see it looks pretty standard, but I said that in the swing states, Donald Trump would lose Wisconsin and Nevada. That's what I thought would happen. This is what actually is happening. Wisconsin and Nevada went to Donald Trump. So I was wrong. I thought that this was going, Trump basically exceeded my expectations. He crushed it in those states. And by the way, those other states like Pennsylvania and Michigan, which I thought he would win, he won by way more than I thought, and he got way closer than I thought in other states like New Jersey or New York even, or Virginia. And by the way, I haven't even talked about the Senate. I predicted 53 to 54 Republican wins, and it looks like that is exactly what's going to happen. Maybe 55 if we're lucky. So in terms of the Senate, things went fabulously well for Republicans. Now, speaking of getting things wrong at times, we have to talk about the polls. The polls got it way wrong this time. I said they would. There was some talk about maybe they would do better this time. They didn't do better this time. They were way off. There was about a 4-point swing for Trump in most of these swing states. And it is essentially impossible to poll Trump voters in any accurate way. And I've said that from the beginning. I don't think that will always be true for Republicans. I think they should be careful in the future about just saying that there's always this inherent bias. I think it's just a fact that Trump voters don't like to talk to pollsters. And unfortunately, there is a stigma that I think is slowly going away, but there is still a stigma about voting for Trump. For that reason, they were able to poll accurately. For that reason, I predicted Trump would win, but even I didn't realize he was going to win in such a big way. Think, though, for a moment. Oh, man. This is funny. This is probably the funniest thing I've read about the election. Isaac Saul wrote this as well. I like Isaac Saul a lot. He's on the left, but he's moderate. He wrote this about how funny this election is going to be when it comes to the shift of power. He said, speaking of odd dynamics, what's going to happen over the next few months? Listen to this. An incumbent president is sharing the White House with a vice president who replaced him on the ticket against his wishes and then lost. The president-elect, Trump, is returning to the White House to serve a non-consecutive second term, taking the White House back from the same person he lost it to. And of course, Biden will now have to oversee the peaceful transfer of power to Trump after Trump refused to do the same after the 2020 election. I don't agree with him there, but this is where it gets really funny. He says, and Vice President Kamala Harris will have to preside over the joint session of Congress on January 6th to certify Trump's election victory. That's why this is unique. This is not Hillary Clinton, guys. Hillary Clinton had nothing to do with certifying the 2016 election. This is the person who lost it's one thing to concede the election. That's one thing. But you actually have to certify it as the vice president. That is Kamala Harris's role. So basically Donald Trump gets to rub it in her face in a way, and Republicans in general in a way that just hasn't been done in a very long time. That is what we have to look forward to. If you're a true conservative, you need Daily Wire Plus. Daily Wire Plus has all the good conservative media. You've heard about them. Am I racist? What is a woman? All of Jordan Peterson's exclusive content is all on there, but you need to go quick because they have 47% off in honor of Donald Trump, who is now our 47th president, if you use the code FIGHT. And if you use the link in my description below, you support my channel. And again, you get that 47% off at Daily Wire Plus. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel as well, and check out another video.